Hello survivors and welcome to another Walking Dead Road to Survival video. In this video we're going to be looking at a post on the forums regarding the war campaigns and war rewards update, and this is going to be an ongoing thing for the next few weeks. I'll read through the post and it says, "Hello survivors, we're excited to share with you details on some upcoming changes to war. War is the Pinnacle event in Road to Survival, and we've been working on an update that adds exciting new elements that we believe will make the war event even better. We've heard from the community and the player council that the rewards from war could be more exciting and better match the prestige of war. Accordingly, we are making some changes. War campaigns and updated war rewards. It's our pleasure to announce war campaigns. War campaigns are exciting new multi-war events. A war campaign encompasses regularly scheduled wars, AOW and CRW, that take place during a specific length of time. During the war campaign, players will be able to earn their choice of either S-Class collectibles for the new war-exclusive S-Class character, or war tokens for the new permanent war wheel. Now, details on the new permanent war wheel are as follows. War tokens on this new wheel will no longer expire. The war wheel will contain 4 characters, which will be refreshed periodically. This updated war wheel will launch for the November the 1st war. Our goal with these characters is to ensure they're strong and meta relevant in order to help players of all levels improve their rosters. You may see some or all of these characters as rewards in other areas of the game over time. More details on the War Campaign S-Class exclusive. It says the War exclusive S-Class character will be obtainable via a collection that requires the new collectible Half-Rotting Heads. This collection will allow for a single redemption and will be available indefinitely. Half-Rotting Heads will also be required to obtain the gear to level up the exclusive S-Class character. Our inaugural Fall War campaign will begin on October the 18th and will last for 6 wars, excluding Blitz Wars. However, players will begin collecting the new S-Class collectibles, Half-Rotting Heads, for the War exclusive S-Class character via milestones in next week's CRW. However, it does say that war tokens will not be rewarded in next week's CRW. Additionally, we'll also be using this first war campaign as a qualifier for our early 2020 War of Champions. The top 40 factions with the highest cumulative war scores for this campaign will be qualified to enter. More information on War of Champions will be announced closer to the event. We hope you enjoy War of Champions and the revamped war rewards. We'll see you on the battlefield. Best, the Walking Dead Road to Survival team." Now I'm going to just go through the post a bit at a time and just break down some of the bit. And first bit up here, it says, "What is the Pinnacle event in Road to Survival?" And it pretty much is what the entire game revolves around. Money for Scopely, based on selling characters, is for war, pretty much. Is why a lot of people still continue to play. So the rewards, I've preached pretty much for like the entire time my channel's been up, that the war rewards are just not worth the time 99% of the time. So hopefully that becomes a thing of the past and actually it's worth putting time into actually getting milestones. Lower down it says, "War campaigns are exciting new multi-war events." Now, not to say that this isn't potentially true, and I do really hope it's true, but we were told that Tournament of Champions had some blazing hot rewards. So if we put this into context next to that, there is the potential that this is just a massive failure, just straight off the bat. They have tried to do something in the past. Tournament of Champions was quite a step back. I think War of Champions was very much liked. So this is obviously the direction that this is going, is towards War of Champions, as this is a massive qualifier for that event. And generally speaking, War of Champions was liked by pretty much everybody. The people who qualified for it obviously enjoyed it. The people who didn't qualify for it kind of did enjoy it too, because they got to sort of play a war weekend without the big spenders. So it was a different experience for everybody pretty much. Now when it comes to a permanent war wheel, I think this is obviously great. The war tokens are not going to expire, and this is something that has been a massive issue in the past. Now it does say the war wheel will only contain 4 characters. It is a shame that it's a wheel, if that is the case. Personally, I think it might even be better that it was a stash, but that's just me. If it is going to be updated periodically, I think a stash would just be the better way, so you can't get a duplicate character from that bunch of characters themselves. However, this is definitely a massive step forward compared to what it was before, just based on the fact that the tokens are not going to expire. It does say there's going to be meta relevant characters here, so maybe this is them taking acknowledgement that characters like Vincent just have no place in War Wheels pretty much, and it is still just so mind-blowing that he was in that last 90-day War Wheel. Every single one of these 4 characters need to be Generation 2, and they all need to be good. I would say probably good support characters or good non-percentage damage dealers. And by that I mean we can't have someone who comes in who does percentage damage on a rush, which isn't going to scratch an S-class character. But I guess we'll find out in a month's time as this launches on November the 1st, but they could reveal information based around this world, maybe for feedback before then. When it comes to the exclusive S-class character, I think obviously having options is good. Whether you can get both of the war tokens and the S-class character, it doesn't really say. I assume war wheel tokens are placement rewards and half rotting heads are milestone rewards. It doesn't really confirm this once it's fully launched in the campaign mode. Now it's great obviously that we're going to be getting another S-class character, but obviously we have to see how good that character is going to be. I would be very surprised if it was another damage dealer. I would assume it's either going to be a leader or a support character, just based on the fact that everyone's already been given a damage dealer in James or Krista. Hopefully if it is a leader, it can be a leader for both of those characters, so one group of players doesn't get a massive advantage over the other, or at the very least a character that can work with both of those characters, which is going to be quite hard to achieve because obviously one is melee and one is ranged, but we'll wait and see. Now the last bit just goes on to talk about this is a qualifier for War of Champions, and I think the majority of people did like War of Champions, like I said, for various reasons. It is going to be 40 factions again. How this is going to work in terms of transferring beforehand, in terms of before the October the 18th, I think that's probably unlikely because we have just had a transfer period. So the regions you're in now are the regions you're sort of set in to qualify for War of Champions. Hopefully most of the qualifier wars are going to be CRWs though, because AOWs are massively biased because some regions simply put are just much more active than others, and it's going to be much harder to score high. Even if you're not coming first, you could be outscoring first place in other regions just based on the fact that your region is got like 50%, 100% more factions in there. So good news overall with war campaigns. The war rewards update, will kind of have to see how good those rewards are, but it is good that they're taking on board that they weren't good enough in the first place. The war campaigns itself sounds interesting. If they make it work something like leagues in terms of prestige, it's all about extra stuff. To be prestigious, it's something to be memorable. I look back at the Dwight event, even that far back to the Dwight character event, and I still have the AK-47 that I got from that. And that just is something that I can look at and know I got from that event. Now it has been added to the 4-star weapon wheel, which is a little bit disappointing. It'd be cool if maybe event characters and event weapons maybe had like something else on them in terms of just a logo or something, just to show it was part of the event. Just again, that is what prestige is. War of Champions and Tournament of Champions, those avatars are probably the most prestigious thing about the entire event because it's something you can show off. It's something that people will wonder why it is. It's something that someone would want to put in the time and effort to achieve, to have that, to be able to show that off pretty much. And that's basically what prestige is. But do tell me what you think about war campaigns and the potential for war rewards revamp. Do tell me the sort of characters you want to see in this 4-character war wheel, and obviously the S-class character. What sort of character do you think will be made available? That is the end of my video, guys. Thank you very much for tuning in. And as always, keep on surviving, guys. Keep on surviving.